Welcome to Daily Steps from One Extraordinary Marriage, where we outline simple steps that you can take to have the ultimate marriage adventure. I'm Tony DeLorenzo, your co-host, along with my beautiful wife, Elisa. Earlier this week, we answered the question on how to stay sexually intimate during pregnancy, which led to us receiving this question. How do you keep the intimacy going when you have little ones running around?
Oh my gosh, I remember that season like it was yesterday, right? This place of, now they're like up and they're moving and they're in this toddlerhood or maybe, like early elementary and they still need you, but not as demanding. And maybe, they're just, they're not as stationary as they were. Remember when you bring them home from the hospital and you just kind of can plop them somewhere and you're like, it's all good. It's all good.
Yep, can't do that when they're running around. And now you've got
people knocking on your doors and sticking fingers under the doors and, mommy and daddy. And here's the thing. Like, I want to tell you just a little between us. Start locking your bedroom door as soon as you bring your children home from the hospital.
Yep.
It's a system for both of you. Right. And here's the thing. Like, I know when they're really little and they get up in the middle of the night and they come into your room, it's super easy, right? Like, I get it. We were there. And yet that means they're always in your bed, right? They're coming in, they're getting in between the two of you, or they're squishing the two of you together. I remember it because we did not know this, right? But when you start locking the door when you first bring them home, then they come to understand that mommy and daddy's door is locked. So it's never going to be like, ooh, mommy, daddy, why is your door locked? It's just, no, mommy and daddy go in their rooms and at night they lock their door. So just friendly word of advice, start young. Second thing, when you've got littles, folks, please take advantage of nap time.
Yes.
Nap time is not solely for running errands and getting everything done around the house.
And so for those of you who do work, your 9 to 5, your jobs or whatever, this is going to take intention on the weekends.
Yes.
You're going to have to be intentional because you may not be able to do that during the week. For those of you who work at home, maybe you can do this. Mm-hmm. So figure out your schedule. We're not saying you have to do it every single day. And yet, make sure you're using that time. It may mean that you guys are going to jump in the shower together, Here's the thing. Nap time, so when your kids are asleep and or distracted, because maybe they just have to have quiet time in their room, that is a gift to the two of you to have an opportunity to connect while you're awake. Because let's face it, if you've got littles, you drop into bed at night and you're exhausted. Right? Hey, we have a high schooler and middle schooler, and I will tell you, awake sex during the day for us is so much better. It's so much more enjoyable instead of us plopping in our beds at the end of the day and then making love. I'm telling you, get ready for it because it doesn't get easier as they grow up. I sometimes find it's getting even harder because one, they know what's going on because we talk to our kids about sex. And two, we're shuttling them so many places. I feel like I'm just losing hours of my day shuttling kids. So take advantage of this and get it into your routine and on your calendar now.
Absolutely. The third thing that happens when you have littles is looking at it and saying, okay, you know what? What worked before may or may not still work. Because guys, I'm going to let you in on a little secret with your wives. Whether she's had a C-section or she had a vaginal delivery, body parts, they've been through a lot carrying a baby. Just going to put it out there. And sensations have changed. Not always, but sometimes. So here's the beauty of that. It's like having sex ed, but with a real human being. So the two of you go into this time of discovery. What works now? Does this touch work? Does this touch not work? Does this make you feel good? Does it not? Do you want to try a new position? Right? Whatever it is, step into this place. And wives, if I could speak to you for just a second and say that moms can have great sex. Moms can have mind-blowing sex. There is nothing that says that once they hand the baby to you, that your sex drive has to turn off and you can't have mind-blowing orgasms. I'm telling you this friend to friend because I went through that season oh my gosh, I'm somebody's mother. We can't do anything. And once I got over that, it's amazing how much more fun our sex life was for both of us. Mm-hmm. Right? It wasn't just me. I mean, Tony also definitely has been the beneficiary of that. But the thing to keep in mind here, folks, is that you had great sex before you had kids. It just takes a little more intentionality to maintain that when they're little, because let's face it, they're demanding. They take a lot of your time. You have to look for those opportunities to drop them at grandma's, to take advantage of nap time, to drop them at a birthday party. It's okay. They will survive without you, right? Making your marriage a priority and your sexual intimacy a priority will go so far in getting all of the rest of your to-do items done.
For more information on this topic, check out oneextraordinarymarriage.com/256.